Welcome to Ketchikan Public Library's DIY with Gayle. Well, we're back into getting some high numbers for our city with the pandemic. So I'm back to masks. Looks like we're going to have to wear them for a while, and we've got about 8 months into it now, and I've made lots of masks. I've shown you, I think it was about 7 months ago that I showed you how to make a couple of masks. This one, and of course this one all over town. Everybody's wearing these, and they're all wonderful, 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 wonderful. But I discovered a new one, and seeing we're going to be wearing these for a while longer, comfort is the big thing. I find my ears get sore in the back. I'm wearing them for 8 to 9 hours a day, and putting them together and being able to wear them for that amount of time was something significant for me. So I discovered this 3D mask. Check this out, you guys. It goes on just like this. And then I don't even need a mirror to adjust it, because I can look right down here and see. Okay. It does not touch my mouth. I'm totally secured on the top here and underneath. I'm going to show you how to do this from beginning to end, because you can do it. Okay? And all it starts with is a piece of paper. Oh, I do want to show you one other thing, seeing I'm putting on and off the mask. Have you seen these? If you're a person with allergies like me, when the fabric touches my nose, it makes my nose run. And also, some people just have issue with the mask across their face. Check this out. So you put this little thing on, and it sits right here on the bridge of your nose. It sometimes touches my cheeks here, and then the bottom, of course, hits my chin here, but it does not rest on it, so I can speak. Now check this out. Okay, I know I look funny, and go ahead and laugh, it's okay. So I put this little thingy on, and it doesn't even show that it's there, you guys. You can't even see it. But it just keeps everything off your face if you're one of those people who have issues with items on your face. And look, I can move and talk and do all those things, and it keeps it all the way off my face throughout the whole day. So if you have allergies, check out one of these things. I'm not sure what they're called. I call them a cage. They come in packets of 5. I found them on Amazon. And like I said, if you have issues with your nose running and stuff, there you go. All right, come on down to the work table here. We have one piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. I am folding it from the long side up, just in half. And then I'm going to fold it in half again this way. And then I'm going to take a ruler, and from the fold corner, I am going to measure 4.5 inches. Double checking. Okay, 4.5 inches right there. And then I want to take that 4.5 inches up to 1.5 inches. Okay. Oops. Let's do that right. 1.5 would be right there. Okay. And then on this side, on the fold, I'm going to go up 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Okay, I'm going to write that on there. 2.5. This one was 1.5. And this way was 4.5. Okay? Then we're going to go from that point to that point right there. To connect. Okay. There it is. That, friends, is your mask. Oh, I almost used my fabric scissors. Don't do that. Use paper scissors. Okay. All right. And when we open that up, there's our mask piece. Yep, one piece, you guys, one piece. Okay? And once you have your one piece, we're going to cut it out. The very first piece that you're going to cut is going to be the one that is right across your face, right across your mouth. So the first thing I'm going to want you to do is pin it down. And note, this is one piece of fabric, okay? It's just one piece because it's going to be that one in front of your face, as I said. And this one is extremely important. And we're going to cut it 1 inch, fabric scissors please, 1 inch bigger than the pattern itself. So start out, and only on the ends, not the whole thing, just the ends. And you'll see why shortly. So add an inch. And you can inch at it over here. Okay. Cut this off to make sure it's an inch. One more time. This is one single piece of fabric cut 1 inch longer than our pattern on each end. Okay? Very, very important. Okay? Once you have that one out, pull it. And set that one aside. And then we can put our fabric back into a fold. And we're going to need 3 to 4 pieces depending on the thickness of your fabric. Yep, I did say that, depending on the thickness of your fabric. Because some of these cotton fabrics, they say they're the exact same thing in them, but some of them are thinner than others. And if you have a thin fabric, you're going to need to double one of your panels. All right, let's get that one on there. Now, normally I let you guys go ahead and do all your pinning and cutting on your own, but today I wanted to go step by step through this pattern, okay? Okay, then we cut those out. Okay, we're there. We're going to call it there. Here's my pattern. Alrighty, so this is one that I've already cut out. This is my 1 inch longer than everything else, and I'll show you that. Here's my pattern I made. 1 inch longer. And then these, the other 3, are exactly our pattern length, okay? I have no clue what I did with that one I just cut out, but there you go. All right, there we have them. I'm going to pull my ironing board forward. All right, now here's the very important part. We'll call this sandwiching. Our longer piece is our first one down, face up, okay? Now we're going to do the part that comes across the top of the nose and under the chin. We take those and fold them in half and iron. And its placement is here. It's going to look like a set of lips. Okay? That's our second one. Fold it in half. Make sure you do get them together correctly. And it goes down here. I have a little iron on this pattern. Make sure you do all the ironing because it does help hold everything in place. line it up. Make sure this edge and this edge are together on your little lips. Okay. Then the last piece is the back piece. And that is going to go face down. Okay? Let's walk through that one more time, all right? Our beginning piece, the one that is 1 inch longer than the rest, lays down face up. We iron the contrasting pieces in half and place them here along the edge. Making sure their little lineups are pretty well close here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then our back one, face down, okay? Run your iron over it. Let's throw some pins in it. As you can see by looking at my table, I've been working on these for a couple of days, making them for the family because I just think that they're a wonderful pattern. I had worn them for 3 days straight to make sure of comfort, etc. All right, we're going to move over. I'm going to move this over here, and we're going to pull that sewing machine forward. We are only going to use the presser foot edge as our seam allowance, and you will want to start on that 1 inch overlay, okay? So I'm bringing it to the sewing machine just like this. There's our 1 inch longer than everything else, and you are going to sew with your edge of your fabric there at the edge of your presser foot. Sorry, my power thing was up under the table there. All right, here we go. Just follow with the edge of your presser foot. No backup or anything. We don't need to do any backup to reinforce, and we're going to go right off the edge of that 1 inch on that side. Then turn it around, and same thing on the second side. There we go. All right, where is it? There it is. Move this over a little bit. We're going to pull our pins, and then we will need our scissors. These are the points of the middle of our face, and we will need to do a little clip. I need a new pair of scissors. Mine are getting very dull. And this just makes it so that it eases around your face better. Do not go into your sewing line there. Okay, just snip out just those little triangles, and that just makes it so it moves. Okay, same as, like I said, my poor scissors are a little on the dull side. And about 3 of them across here is probably enough. And then we're going to turn it right side out. And just stick your thumb in there and make it go all the way to the other side. Pinch and push. And just bring it through. Look it. It even looks like a mask. Okay. We're going to pull our ironing board back up. And it's very important that you do all of this ironing, okay? It needs to be flat. It needs to be ironed. So the first thing we're going to do is iron that little flap that goes across the nose, and then the one that goes across the chin. Okay. Our 1 inch one is on the bottom. that one that goes out further. Lay it out along your stitching line there. See that? Because we will want that ironed down too. And once you have that all sewn down, take your contrasting lips and fold them down, making sure that the seam is nice and straight, okay? Because that is going to be there forever and ever and ever, and you are going to see it. All right. Once you have that folded down, we're going to go back to the sewing machine, and we are going to stitch a top stitch 1/4 of an inch along this area on the top and this area on the bottom. Okay. And yes, you do need to have that. And the reason you need to have that is it keeps the material firm, or gives it strength. Yes, strength. And take your time doing this. I'm using white. I should be using black, but I want you to see that. Just 1/4 of an inch. And we're going to go right off the end on this one also. See that? It's not perfectly straight, but Gayle's never been perfectly straight. Okay, start at the end, 1/4 of an inch. And there we go. Clip those strings. Okay, now the hardest part of the mask. And that is deciding what you're going to use for your ears. Now I have used ties, elastic, which you can purchase in packets like this. They even come with their little doodads on the end. We also have regular elastic, and then on some of the ones that I've done, I've even used your hair tie. If the hair tie fits around your ear, it's a wonderful. This is actually one of my favorite masks right here. I wear this one a lot. But those hair ties, they do a wonderful job. So whatever you decide you're going to use, now's the time to figure it out. So with the elastic, you would just be putting it like this, turning, folding, and sewing. Okay, so that takes care of the elastic tie. This one is one that my granddaughter loves these. It attaches on the inside, and then you just pull the string. This is her favorite. And the way to do this one is you take your little tie and attach it right here and sew it down, okay? And we're just going to pretend we're sewing it down because I'm going to use elastic on mine, but I want you to have all options. Once you have sewn that one down into place using your sewing machine or by hand, take it, come around the back side and up the front and back out. Then again, take your material, fold, and this one's a little bit harder because you have to push that little tie in under there and turn, and then you would sew along here. Do not get your tie, and then you have a tie that moves in and out, okay? And all of your ties in elastic, of course, you have to decide how long you need. If you need 8 inches or 6 inches, it all depends on your face and your ear. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I gave you a couple of options. For me, I am folding, and then I'm just taking one of these little doodads, sneaking it in under the edge. Bringing it to my sewing machine. I'm lining up with my 1/4 inch seam allowance that I had already put on there. Turning and just coming off of there and then back and forth, okay? Let's see how well it works here. And do a reverse a couple of times. And like I said, in the color that matches, the thread color that matches, you're not going to see all of this. But I want you to see it so you know you're going to do it several times to get that, okay? Oops, I have a mess on the back of mine. Okay, obviously I need some attention on my machine. All right, so once you get that piece of elastic in, now you did not have to take it out. I wanted to take it out to show you. Okay, so let's stick it back under. We're going to the edge of our little tunnel. And what did I do with that other piece? Oh, right here. This one. You just bring it around, poke it in there. And now we're going to sew right along here. Right to the end and back, then stop, needle down, turn, and this is where we're going to go back and forth across that elastic and hopefully not make as big a mess on the bottom of this one as I did on the other one. And that's just an adjustment. I need to adjust my machine. It's done about 50 masks this weekend, so it's time. Trim all your little threads, and that's what it looks like. I will try and fix that, okay? And this is what the other side looks like. I'm going to go ahead and go down and do the other one just to give you one more chance to watch. Again, if you were using the rubber band, what did I do with the one with the rubber band right here? You would lay the rubber band, fold over, and fold over. Remember, keep those little lips down. It's all down and you're sewing across there. Okay, I want you to see that. The lips are down. This is what's going to make it easy for you to adjust this on your face. Okay, so see that? Down. All right, let's go ahead and do it with my little pieces of elastic in there. Needle in, turn, coming down, you'll want to stop before you get to the end because you want to be able to poke this elastic in there. Okay, make sure you don't turn your elastic. Now with my needle down, I can put my presser foot up to get my elastic under. If it doesn't quite go under, you can use your scissors to push. Back down. You do want to do a backup on here because there's going to be some strain on those edges. Uh-oh, I pulled it out. Let's see if I can get it back in. And that happens. So. Okay, I'm going to have to pull it off. That's all right. I did my back and forth, so it's everything's secure. And then all right, back in. Now let's get that secured. All right. Go through, get all your strings off. Okay, now I want you to watch again, okay? Because with our adjustment, we can adjust this to many different sizes. So you can have it for a bigger person or a smaller person, okay? Just by messing with the top. Okay, now let's say you want to make this mask for a child, so you're going to need a little less through here, okay, and we can do that with our, sorry, I dropped it on the floor here, guys. Look, this area here, all we have to do is fold it, and that gives us the smaller mask, which I've done here for the small people, okay? And as I said, I've done this one here for my granddaughter because she likes these little ear thingies here. So you can shorten or lengthen your mask just by making that fold, okay? You will also need to clip the ends slightly, but you can make every size mask with this one piece. Just remember, if you don't want to add an end here for your casing, leave that 1 inch on the front piece of your mask, okay? And there you guys have it. You can do it, okay? They're telling us they want us to be masked up to bring this back under control. So, mask on. Make your own mask. Make one for a friend, 2 friends. All right. Give us a call at the library. We're doing curbside, and be safe. Take care.